Yes, I'll give a little introduction to what we're doing. This is Bourbon and Bowhunting, and this is just a way for us to share with you all what we're doing, what we're up to, what we're looking forward to, and in nature with hunting, fishing, anything that's going on. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, I'm Caleb, uh, and I've been hunting for quite some time. I started when I was 13, so I've been at it for 12 years now. Uh, but yeah,
What was the first time you go out on did you go out on opening day in Michigan with like
yeah,
your dad or something?
yeah. So I grew up going out with my dad. Even before I could hunt, I would just sit with him in the stand. Um, but
Mhm.
I was mostly just hunting opening weekend for the majority of the time that I've hunted until I was about 19 when I got a bow. Um, a couple of my buddies, Zach Schaefer and Phil, convinced me to go get a bow and double my season. So, well, more than double. But, yeah.
When did you get your bow?
I think, what year was that? Maybe 2015. I think 2015. So 5 years
Mhm.
ago.
Wow, time sure flies.
And
What was
Yeah.
the first thing you ever shot with your bow?
a button buck, as it would go.
That's the
Was,
first thing I ever
That's
got.
the first thing. That's the first thing you ever shot. Wow.
yeah.
Not even a practice target. That's just damn impressive.
Uh, well, yeah, that was the first thing I shot. Um, and I got a buck later that year with it as well, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's sort of my background to hunting. What about you,
Mm.
Jim?
Um, my first hunt was, I don't even know. I grew up in New Jersey, so I didn't even hunt till I think I was like 24, maybe 23 or 24. I went out with my coworker. Well, my boss actually took me out to hunting camp. You know, Chris
Yeah.
Fountain. Their family, they do a hunting camp every year for opening day. So I went out with them maybe 4 years ago. And the first time I sat out there, gave me a shotgun, put me up in the tree stand, and I actually did see a deer.
Hmm.
Came out in the middle of this cornfield, and I was so excited. I stood up in the tree stand and I took a kind of a wild shot at this deer, and I thought I'd hit it. Um, but I guess I missed. We searched around, didn't see any blood. It ran off. Um, but it was cool that I got to see a deer on my first time out hunting. And I think it was the next year after that, I was sitting in that same tree stand and I shot a button buck at first light. And then 10 minutes later, as I was about to get down and go walk over to this button buck, I turned to get out of the tree stand. And this 8 point walks up right from behind me. So I shoot him. And I was 2 deer down within like 10 minutes of first light. So I had two tags. I had an antlerless tag, which was for the button buck, which I thought was a doe until I walked up to it. And then I had the buck tag, which I shot that with. So that was an exciting, like, second time out hunting. I got 2 deer very quickly.
Wow.
And then it was great. And I think I started bow hunting. I started bow hunting seriously just this last winter. I bought a bow, and then it was when I had moved back to New Jersey. So I've only really bow hunted New Jersey, but I was able to get this guy in November of last year. So I'm pretty psyched about this coming year. Hopefully, we'll get some good deer down. See what happens.
That's awesome. What about you, Matt?
Wow. Yeah. I first got into hunting. What year was that when you took me sitting? uh,
2015.
2016, 2015.
One of the two.
Yeah, so that was my first taste of, yeah, that was my first taste of hunting. It was either like the last day of December or the first day of January. I can't remember. Um, but yeah, I remember we went out. It was just powdery snow out there, and just didn't really see anything. But what really drew me to it was just the fact that you could share that moment with somebody else in complete silence while just completely admiring the world around you. Uh, and man, that admiration just gets turned up a whole nother notch when you do see like animals, when you do hear, I mean, those stupid squirrels, when you hear like birds chirping, but then you see a deer, you see a doe or a buck, and then all of a sudden it's just you and your heart in that buck, and you feel like you're standing right next to it no matter where it is. And yeah, I mean that's the feeling that really drew me into hunting. And I got my first my first and only bow in 20 that was 2017, so 3 years ago now. Or wait, was it 2016? No, it was 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just I got my first was actually a button buck as well, Caleb. I was out in Pennsylvania on an apple orchard, and
First thing we all shot was a button buck.
I didn't
requirement
realize
apparently.
I
Hey,
didn't-
they don't lie. Bambi tastes best.
Yep. Good.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember when
Did
I.
you hit him with a bow or with a rifle, man?
that was with the bow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How far was
Yeah.
it?
Oh gosh, I mean, it was crazy. So the way it happened was, snuck into the orchard. I mean, say snuck. I had permission to go in the orchard, but snuck under the fence and like, cause I saw a deer like way off, so I decided to spot and stalk it. Kept low for like 300 like meters, and then like ducked underneath this brush pile when I was like, I think like 40 yards away. All of a sudden, like I'm just sitting in silence, trying to like clip in, and I hear it like moving towards the brush pile. So I quick clip in, I stand up. As soon as it turns the corner, I'm standing there, I think like 10 yards away from it, and just had this slow stare down as I like pull back and just let loose, all in a matter of 5 seconds, of this young button buck just wondering what the hell I am. And yeah, that was,
At you, or you were drawing back?
what's that?
He was staring at you when you were
Oh
drawing
yeah,
back.
just staring at me the whole time. Didn't move a single inch.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that was an experience of a lifetime. Wow. Takes me back.
Awesome.